life lessons that you have learned as a model?
It's very, very important to be humble, enjoy what you do. And if you've made a mistake, it's not a big deal. Young model, they struggle with feedback.
Successfully manage your family life plus your career.
Thank you and congratulations on 40 episodes of Vartalap with Akriti.
Ever wondered why human beings are the most intelligent species on planet Earth? Well, there can be a very significant reason behind it, and research shows that why human beings are the most intelligent is because we possess a very unique skill, a very unique capability which none of the other species on the planet Earth have, and that is the ability to learn from the generations that have come before us. That is the skill that we can transfer our knowledge of the entire civilization to the people who are coming in the future. आज बैठे बैठे आप जान सकते हो कि 25 AD में क्या हुआ था, just because you want to know about it. And because it is a fabulous skill that we human beings possess, that is why we are intelligent and we keep getting better with each and every coming generation. और अभी तो बहुत बढ़िया टाइम चल रहा है कोरोना के टाइम में. I think the kind of intellectual and the spiritual journey which every human being has gone through is massive, and it is commendable because everybody has got their own life experiences. And दूसरों के लाइफ एक्सपीरियंसेस सीखना ह्यूमन बीइंग की एक क्वालिटी है, और हर इंसान के पास कुछ ना कुछ होता है जो वो दूसरों को सिखाए या सिखाना चाहे. एंड इन द सेम जर्नी आई हैव गॉट टुडे अ सुपर मॉडल ऑन द शो जिनकी लाइफ से हम कुछ सीखेंगे आज. वी आर गोना लर्न समथिंग about the life lessons that a supermodel can teach us. Now, she's someone who started her journey back in 1999 when she became the Glad Rags mega model. इन्होंने तब से अपनी modeling journey शुरू की, और उसके बाद में she's done numerous number of fashion shows and commercials and ads and print shoots, and you just name it, she's done it. You've also seen her in many music videos. You have seen her in movies like Bluffmaster and Fashion. She was also there in Big Boss season 4. And without further ado, I'm gonna take my guest, who is Aanchal Kumar, supermodel Aanchal Kumar, live on Vartalap with Akriti in a short while. उससे पहले मैं ये भी बता दूं कि आज है episode 40 40 एपिसोड हो गए हैं वार्तालाप with Akriti को, and I'm so excited. मेरी आवाज से लग रहा है ना आपको? Actually I am, क्योंकि जर्नी हमने शुरू की थी वार्तालाप की without having a vision in mind. सोचा नहीं था 40 एपिसोड होंगे, लेकिन हो गए हैं आज 40 एपिसोड. एंड आज मेरे साथ आ रही है इंडियन सुपर मॉडल आंचल कुमार टू सेलिब्रेट एपिसोड 40. एंड विदाउट फर्दर अडू, आई एम गोना टेक हर लाइव एंड लर्न समथिंग which I personally wanted to learn, and I'm sure if you want to be a model or if you want to learn something more in your life and grow in your life and careers, then this can be a helpful session. एंड चलो मैंने बहुत बोल लिया, मैं आंचल से बुलवाऊंगी. आंचल, here I take you live.
Hi Aanchal, how are you?
Good, Akriti. How are you? Good to see you.
I know, so good to see you. You look gorgeous as ever.
Thank you and congratulations on 40 episodes of Vartalap with Akriti. I think you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you so much. So Aanchal, I started this show in the lockdown. It started in March. No, not in March. In May actually, first week. And उस time मुझे पता नहीं था कि इतना कुछ बड़ा होने वाला है. I just started because I wanted to talk to people. I was feeling alone and lonely in the lockdown. And here it is. Today you are on my show.
I think it's a fabulous thing for you to have done, because you know I can understand a lot of people live alone, and you have to keep yourself busy. It's so important to constantly challenge yourself, and I think by doing this, you're giving out a few lessons to people, and as well as I mean, it's going to help a few people. So well done.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And people like you have been so supportive. You come, you share your life experiences, and today you have agreed to come on the show, and we are actually looking forward to see what you have to share, because I'm sure I want to learn a lot from you, and many people who are watching also want to learn from you.
Done. Sounds good, Akriti. Sounds good. So let's start. Let's begin.
Okay, Aanchal, so you've been a model for so long. I mean, as long as the career started, modeling in India started, you were there. You have done work with almost like everybody in the industry, all the biggest assignments. You've been there, done it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's something that we young people, who are just popping up into the industry can learn from you. Life lessons that you have learned as a model. So up to you, Anjal. What you want to share first with us?
To begin with, Akriti, I think there's a big misconception out there. People think that, fashion modeling is not, it's a hobby and it's not a serious profession. So first and foremost, I'd like to begin with that. I think it's very important for people who are getting into this industry to realize that this is a serious profession. There's no shortcut to success, and working hard goes a long, long way. So it's not just about wearing good clothes and walking down the ramp or, being in front of the camera for a few minutes. There's a lot that goes into designing a product. There's a lot that goes into a model being fit. So as long as you're willing to work hard and know that, there are going to be long hours, you need to take care of your fitness, you need to be presentable, you need to be disciplined. As long as you're prepared to do all of this, this is the right profession for you. Because just because there's glamour attached to it, it doesn't mean that there's no hard work attached to it.
The more the glamour, the more the drama. Everybody's eyes are on you all the time. How do you manage so much of attention?
See, I think, Akriti, that's a beautiful topic that you've touched upon. I think there's so much pressure on someone who's a model or an actor because there's eyes on you constantly. A small thing that somebody in the glamour profession does gets highlighted multiple times. There's so many nuances in every field, in every profession. However, just because there's no glamour attached to it, things are taken for granted. So I think it's very important to, have your own self-confidence. Do not let anyone shake your confidence, because along the path, along the journey, you will come across several different people, great experiences, not so good experiences. But I think the core of a person should be, you should have so much faith and so much confidence in yourself that, you should be willing to learn from your mistakes, if at all. No one's born a model. When you start, you learn from your seniors, you learn from your show directors, you learn from photographers. And if you've made a mistake, it's not a big deal, You can reflect on those mistakes and, come back and promise yourself that, the next show or the next job you do, you'll ensure that you'll incorporate all the feedback that you get. So I think that is very important. A lot of times I've seen young models, they struggle with feedback. They're not being able to incorporate it, and they take it as a personal setback or as an insult. And for me, someone who's been in the industry for 20 odd years, I feel that a show director or a show choreographer will only tell you something which will enhance your performance in the future. So if you've made a mistake, if you've forgotten your choreography in a fashion show, or if you've, probably slipped or tripped, or, you've not carried off a garment properly, don't take it negatively. Don't carry that burden back home. Listen to your choreographer. Go back, and if you have a rerun of the show or something, go and see it, and then think about it, and if you need help from your seniors, when I started, there were no grooming schools as such. You win a contest, and the next few months, you're landed up with jobs, and nobody teaches you these things. Finally, of course, now a lot has changed. There are a lot of grooming schools, but I think it's very important to be open to all sort of feedback, and then emulate yourself, work on it.
I also feel that, when a girl enters the industry of modeling, we are so young. We are hardly 18, 19, 20, 25. This is the age group.
Yeah.
At that age, you are always protected by family. Before entering the career, you're always protected by your family, from your school, and anybody who's telling you to correct something, you feel, oh my God, this is coming from my teacher or my parents, or maybe I'm doing something wrong, I need to rectify it. Suddenly you enter an industry wherein you are surrounded by professionals, people who have done big shows and worked with, very famous people. And there, when that criticism comes to you, you're like, oh shit, I must have done something really bad. So people generally get to become sad and dwell
Yeah.
into those emotions.
Correct.
Something like this has happened with you ever?
See, Akriti, it's but natural to get intimidated. You know, if you're in a setup, if you're a fresher in any industry, you know, not just the fashion industry, but if you're a fresher, you know, I think you can get intimidated, and that's absolutely normal. You know, when I began, I know my first show was with some of the top supermodels. You know, my mindset at that time was I wanted to do my best, I wanted to shine, I wanted to give it my 100%, because there's just so much. Okay, there's so much competition out there, there's so much talent available, and you'll only get a chance if at all you're above the others, right? So for me, I think I took back a lot of good lessons. I feel that it's very important in any profession, and especially arts, to respect your seniors. They've been in this profession for longer than you have had. They've had multiple experiences. So I think for me, when I began, and even now, I think the one quality which I pride myself with is my humility, which is what I tell a lot of newcomers. I tell them it's very, very important to be humble. If somebody is teaching you something, take back the right lessons home, and do not ever let anyone crush your self-confidence. You know, this will happen. Make yourself mentally so strong. Have a peer core group of friends, you know, of your support system. Make a support system, whether it's your family, whether it's your co-models or your friends, you know, someone you can interact with, someone you can talk to, and it's always nice to get feedback.
It is. And you touched upon a very important point, is to have the right kind of people around you. Sometimes that becomes the very important thing. You surround yourself with negative people, you don't have any self-confidence. Vice versa, if you're with like great people who are always pushing you, to motivating you to do something or the other, then you are also feeling happy and guided that, okay, fine, maybe I have that skill into me. But there is one thing which always seeps in a individual, especially happens with me, that is self-doubt. No matter you've done the best of the jobs, you get back home, and I personally, I sit and I start to analyze. And when I analyze, I have, okay, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. So sometimes you get into that zone that, okay, oh my God, maybe I've done everything wrong.
See,
So when things, yeah, right. When things like that happen, how things,
analysis is always good, but over analysis of anything has its repercussions, right? So I think, as I said to you earlier as well, you know, it's great to come back and reflect on how your day went, how your job was, how your show went, and if you get feedback from your choreographer, director, from your designers, it's great to analyze it, but over analyzing again becomes it's like you're constantly doubting yourself. So I think you have to strike a balance, and what happens is, yes, of course, the first couple of years you are always learning. It's with experience, you know, it's just the experience and the lessons you bring back home that you get even more confident. You know, so when I began, I think I didn't even know how to put an eyeliner, you know, because you said we start really young. I was probably 16 and a half, 17, and makeup, you know, in school is not allowed. So I would constantly ask my makeup artists, who are people like, you know, Vipul Bhagat and Bharat and Doris, and they've been in the profession for like a good 15, 20 years before I joined. So I would constantly ask them questions. Of course, I've made mistakes, you know, by choosing the wrong makeup, or, you know, by carrying the wrong heels to work, and so on and so forth. But it's really, really important that you build good relationships, and, you know, it's important to ask questions, and that's the only way you understand and practically move ahead.
By the way, Anchal, Vipul Bhagat was on the show yesterday.
Oh,
yesterday I did a session with him.
How nice, yeah. So, I mean, you know, people like Vipul and Bharat and Doris, I mean, they were so patient. So I do remember my first campaign I was doing with Dabu Raknani, who was, very, he was upcoming, but in a short span of time, he'd become really, really big. And Bharat and Doris were doing my hair and makeup. And, I was nervous, but at the same time, I found Dabu very approachable. So I actually spoke to him and I did tell him if he could show me a couple of the shots, And,
Yeah.
that's how you understand your lighting, that's how you understand your angles. So don't feel shy. I mean, ask the right questions. And of course, people are helpful out there. They'll give you the right answers and hopefully you can incorporate them.
Yeah. There's another thing that you touched upon, which was having the right support system, your friends around you,
Yeah.
right? When you're good looking, when you're pretty, you're a model, you're always surrounded by people who want to be with you.
Yeah.
Out of that lot, how do you identify that, okay, these are the right people that I should be with?
So, Akriti, I think again, as you get experienced in life, I think for me, I was very lucky. The peers I began with were some really amazing people, extremely hardworking. They came from backgrounds which were, where they were taught, how to respect others. And I've made some amazing friends in the industry. Of course, there's some people you probably don't get along with, the wavelengths don't match. So all you have to do is ensure that your core group is your core group and there's no need to avoid others. I mean, if you have to work with people you probably don't get along with, just be professional, go there, do your job, and make an effort to constantly be in touch with people who you think you will value from, benefit from, and vice versa.
Making an effort,
Yeah.
be it your personal life, professional life, that making an effort is important in order to have good people in your life.
Absolutely, I think it's not a one-way sort of a relationship. It's always, it's what you give is what you get as well, right? So I think it's very important for you also to be there for people, right? Your friends.
Who's your best friend right now?
So I'm blessed. I have a lot of good friends. But since we're talking about the modeling profession and the fashion fraternity, when I began, Candice Pinto, who's a lovely, lovely model. Everyone knows Candice. Candice and I became really good friends, and we've done so much work together. And after we would finish work, we would actually let our hair down, and we'd step out, grab a meal together, grab a drink together, and we've traveled the world together, and we've been there for each other as not just co-models but as really good friends. So yeah.
By the way, Candy has also been on the show.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Yeah, we did a session with Candy, and that was also a great session. She spoke about the qualities a person need to be a supermodel,
Yes.
and I personally admire you. Your entire lot, you, Candy, Dipti, Alicia, all of you are you're passionate people. You ooze this charm and glamour, and I look at you and I feel, my God, yeah, these are the supermodels of India.
This is
So
the next thing I wanted to tell you, Akriti. I think it's so important to enjoy your job. It's so important to be passionate about what you do. It doesn't really feel like a job afterwards. You know what I mean? You actually look forward to the shows that come your way. You actually look forward to the fashion weeks that come your way. So it's very, very important to enjoy what you do. Of course, a lot of people do have the potential, but they don't like the way the industry works, or they find it too stressful. So I think there's always an exit. I mean, just don't do it because you feel compelled to do it, or because you've won a contest and people have expectations. I think it's very important to understand what your true calling is. A lot of times I've seen that some of the best models have won some of the most amazing contests, but they've chosen not to pursue it. For them, it was about entering a pageant and seeing if this profession is for them. And I have a lot of respect for people like that. I feel a lot of times, people say in passing that some model had potential, but she didn't really use it to her maximum. But I beg to differ. I feel that, you really have to enjoy what you do. A lot of people cannot deal with the high pressure, the fact that you have to travel so much, you're literally like, you're literally living out of a suitcase at times. There's lack of sleep, there's constant pressure, as you know. So I think if you don't feel that this industry is meant for you, an exit is absolutely okay. There's something else out there for you. So if you're passionate about it, definitely do it.
It is also said that modeling is a short-lived career. Very few people like you who can extend their career life for 20, 25, 30 years as a model. So what is your comment on it? Is it really a short-term career, or is it difficult to maintain this career into the industry, which is so demanding all the time for a longer duration?
See, the thing is, Akriti, yes, it is a short-lived sort of, profession, because what happens is you start when you're really, really young, and of course, if people divert into other businesses, which is getting into web series or TV or films, your career does get extended slightly longer. But the thing is, it depends on how you sustain and how much you want this industry. So, for example, there are people like Noinika who were,
My gosh.
she was someone who was established before I began, and I think she can still, she can still steal the limelight on the ramp, as well as people like Candice and Dipti and Alicia. I think they're just incredible girls. They manage to multitask and they juggle so many different roles. I feel that it's the input you give. It's the kind of hard work you put in. If you put in hard work, you are definitely bound to see the fruits. You are definitely bound to get success. And another thing I'd like to highlight is that our industry is it's amazing. So even when you take a break, if you get pregnant, or if you take a break for any reason, the industry doesn't forget you. If you come back and you bounce back into your sort of shape, which is acceptable on the ramp, there's no dearth of work. Your photographers, your choreographers, your designers, they give you so much opportunity. So it really depends on an individual how you choose to make a career out of it.
Right. Earlier, there used to be a particular body type that, okay, if you fit into this size, you can be a model. But now, with the changing time, more acceptability is also coming into the industry. You see bigger sizes, smaller sizes, taller, shorter, all kind of people in the industry.
Correct. And I think that's
Is it a good change?
practical. Yes, of course, Akriti. I've always been against body shaming, and I felt so happy when there was a fashion show for plus size models, because the thing is that sometimes some of the creations which are seen on the ramp, they can only be carried by a particular type of body type. So I feel it's so important to practically incorporate the trends, but at the same time designers keep in mind that certain designs cannot be carried by all body types. And I think that fashion has evolved so much in the last 2 decades. There are these there are designs which flatter bigger bodies. There are designs which actually which actually even skinny models like to wear, flowy garments, A-line garments. So I think it's so important to be practical about fashion, because at the end of the day, it's a business and you have to sell your product. So it's great if you can open it to everyone.
So today itself, I received a message from Allison. I think if you know Allison, you must have also received it. They started a new website for designers.
Okay.
And I was actually going through and checking out some of the garments. The garments is so cool that any kind of size can wear it.
Oh,
It's like
we haven't
nice
checked it out
big
as yet,
shirts.
but
Yeah.
sounds good. Sounds very interesting. But as I said to you, it's just so important to step out of just the cliche sort of myths that people have that fashion is only for certain type of people. I think anyone and everyone who enjoys style should be able to wear things that they love.
Right. You have also been to Big Boss, and I have seen that entire season.
Okay.
And I became your fan of from the show. and now I'm getting to talk to you. So can you share some of your experience from the show? I mean, everybody was eyeing on you and wooing you, and they were like, "Oh my God, who's this pretty girl on the show?"
Wow. Yes, Sakriti. I was in Big Boss exactly 10 years ago,
Right.
in 2010. So yeah, it's been a journey that took place 10 years ago. But I mean, being in a reality show is an amazing experience, which I would recommend to any model who gets this chance, any model who gets this offer, because the recognition is tenfold. Even if
Oh,
you are a supermodel and you're very well known in the fashion circles, the common a common man won't really know who you are. However, the
right.
reach of television is massive, and you know that. So I think for the visibility, yes, it's brilliant, and otherwise also, it's a very challenging show. Big Boss I think it's one of the most intelligently made shows, because they know how to play
Right.
mind games, and it's about sustaining being there and not getting too caught in the negativity, not getting too caught up by the small things. And eventually, I mean, how you carry yourself is how you are known. So I think I would highly recommend any model who gets this opportunity to take it up.
Yeah, it also grows you as a person psychologically, mentally, physically, because you're constantly in that stress. And before we move forward, we had Candy watching us. Hi, Candy. We were
Hi.
just talking about you.
Oh, yes.
And just so many messages for you, Anchal. People are saying they're your fan, they like you, they adore you, and just it goes on and on and on the screen.
Thank you.
That they were your fans from Big Boss and a lot of other things. You also performed in movies. You were seen in fashion, Bluff Master. How did that opportunity came to you as a model?
So, Akriti, I think I did the song in Master first, and then the fashion show in the movie Fashion. So for me, those were just extensions. I used to do a lot of commercials. I used to do a lot of music videos apart from just doing fashion shows. So I never wanted to act. I never wanted to be an actor. However, when I heard about this song, it was just an extension of being a model, because there were three other really nice models in the song with me, and it was really a lot of fun. It didn't feel like you were on a movie set. It just felt like instead of doing a runway show, this was being
Right.
captured on film. So that was an amazing experience. There was Pia and Carol, and the director was Farah Khan, and she understood our limitations, and she did understand our plus points. So we all we did was just behave like models, and the end result was brilliant. And coming back to fashion, this movie Fashion was about the fashion industry, and I think they wanted authentic models to do runway shows. And when I knew I'd be, captured as a model, because that is who I am, that's the person I am, it was fun. It was fun doing a fashion show for the movie Fashion, and my really good friend Mugdha was acting in the movie, so it was lovely to be a part of it.
Great that you're sharing these stories with me over here. Also, the fact that if you're a model, there's a stigma attached. Once you're married, then you cannot model anymore.
Yeah.
But you're married, you have a beautiful daughter, you have successfully managed your family life plus your career. It has not suffered. I remember you were back on the runway after a short period of time. So,
Yeah.
how did you juggle between these two roles?
That's what I said, Akriti. I think, for me, I feel because I started so early on, I started at such a young age that when I had to take a break, it didn't really bother me. In fact, motherhood has been one of the most amazing experiences in my life. And, after my daughter came about in my life, she's still very young. I just felt that, I had to take, my career did have to take a bit of a back seat for some time, because my daughter is really small and she needs my attention fully. But as I said, there's just so much goodwill in the industry. So soon after my daughter was born, so a very close friend of mine who's a designer She wanted me to shoot for her, and I said to her, I said, I'm not comfortable, coming to a studio because, I don't want to leave my daughter alone. They actually brought the garments home and we shot at home. So I think that's incredible. And then, then again, there's some amazing show directors, and I said to them, I'm not comfortable traveling just yet. And they were absolutely fine about it. It wasn't about ego, about saying no to them, but they actually understood, and they called me only for shows in Bombay. So I think it's amazing that that there's so much goodwill in the industry, and at the same time, for me, it's so important to be comfortable doing what I'm doing. So right now, since motherhood is my priority, I ensure that it doesn't get in the way of my daughter's upbringing.
Absolutely. It's nice that you're also thinking of your daughter's future, because sometimes if a mother is too involved in the career, then the kids suffer and you are giving them full time. In fact, I spoke about this with Alessia also. She was also
Okay.
telling me the same thing. It's important to give time to your kids because they're important. I was trying to get Mahima Chaudhary on the show, and she also
Okay.
told me the same thing, that no, kids are important. I have to give them all my time. So
Yeah,
it's nice that I'm learning these things from you. Maybe I'll have kids one day.
of course, of course, for sure, and it'll be one of the most beautiful phases in your life. Also, Akriti, I mean, growing up, I got so much attention from my mother, my parents. My mom was so involved in, what I ate, and with my school, with my extracurricular activities, and I think that shaped me and made me the person that I am today. And
Right.
I feel that, of course, there are a lot of people who have to dive right back into their professions. They probably don't have either the luxury of time, or, there are so many responsibilities. And I think each mother does handle her child differently. It's just about how you want to go about it. For me, till the time my daughter's a certain age, I think being there for her, incorporating the values that I want to instill with her is my priority.
It's amazing. You are married. Very few people know this, but you are married to someone who started the biggest Indian matrimonial company, Shadi.com.
Yes.
Is it challenging to be married to him because he's the one who's actually matchmaking the entire country?
So,
How did you end up with him?
Actually, it's been such an amazing journey. So my husband Anupam is the founder of Shadi.com. He is a tech entrepreneur, and apart from Shadi.com, there are a couple of other really successful tech companies that he started. And
Makan.com is one of them.
yes, that's right. And what's amazing is that his intelligence is what attracted me to him. He is such a grounded, such a simple human being, and he's extremely intelligent. He's extremely witty. So, we met through common friends, and we went out for the longest time ever. And what struck, as I said to you earlier, I start blushing even now. But
You are.
his simplicity and the fact that he's so down to earth and he's so intelligent is what drew me to him. And we got married 7 years ago, and it's been a beautiful journey. There's so much I learned from him, and now that we have a beautiful daughter together, it's a lovely relationship, and I feel it's so important to find your match. I know there's this constant pressure on girls, that they must settle down. But, if there's any thing I can give out of this, any lesson I can give out of my personal experience is that settle down only when you feel you're ready, and settle down only when you feel you found the right person, you found your soulmate. Give it that time, and hopefully it'll be a fun journey like it's been for me.
How do you know that you found the right person? Because this entire concept of finding that right person is flawed. Nobody is right for you.
Yeah, I agree. So,
Everyone has some. Yeah.
no, sorry, carry on.
I was saying that everyone has something, that one quality which you will not like or you will be uncomfortable with. So how do you identify that this is my right person?
See, Akriti, the biggest reality of life is that you're not gonna get a 10 on 10 in anything, in everything, right? So the basics, your basics, your wavelength needs to match. You should have a top 4 or 5 things which you look for in your life partner. So for me, getting respect from my life partner was very important. I never wanted to be in a claustrophobic relationship. Thankfully, my husband's given me a lot of space, and he let me grow. Even today, he encourages me to, work and take up jobs, even though I feel uncomfortable leaving my daughter. So I think you need to have your top 3 or 4 sort of, criteria in your mind, and if the person you're dating or the person you happen to meet matches that, it's incredible. Of course, in every relationship, whether it's with your parents or with your friends or with your spouse or your boyfriend, it's not going to be humdrum all the time, but you have to have the maturity of handling situations. And as I said, do it for the right reasons.
Right. Thank you so much for being here on the show, Anchal, and sharing a part of your life with us. It was an incredible session, and I think everyone who's watched it, they have stayed constantly and they really enjoyed. I can make it out with the millions of messages that we are getting one after the other. Thank you. I'm really, really elated today that you came.
You're most welcome, Akriti. I'm glad I could share a few things out of my life, and it was lovely reconnecting with you after all these years. And thank you for all the beautiful comments, and thank you for joining us and hearing us chat.
You absolutely deserve it. In fact, I spoke very little about you. There's so much more that we all can talk, and I would love to have you again on Vartalap with Akriti.
Sounds good, Akriti. Sounds good. All right, then. You take care.
You too. Take care. Have a good day, and
Bye.
give a lot of love to your daughter.
I shall. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. So, guys, that was the beautiful Anchal Kumar. And next weekend, I'll be back with more people on the show who will be sharing a part of their life that might interest you. So, please follow us on here, Instagram, obviously, because we're live here. You can follow us on YouTube. Akriti Anand Official is my ID over there. I mean, you can find the link on my Instagram as well. Bio में लिखा हुआ है, यहाँ पे ढूंढ लो. Podcast पे भी आते हैं हम. Apple, Google, Breaker, Radio Public, Anchor, Overcast. सब जगह है हम, सब जगह. आप बस हमारा नाम गूगल करो, आपको मिल जाएंगे. And you can see this episode on the same space tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow I'll post it. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching us live. I'll see you soon. Please keep showering this love on us.